in front of us today. And this one is talking about the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. He has approved the appointments of Joseph Damfulani Narai, Luka Ayedo Nizazan, and Aliyu Yakubu Datsu, and the Sakari of Karu, Esu of Kwali, and Esu of Yaba, respectively. The Sakari of Karu holds the position of a second-class chief in the Abuja Municipal Area Council. The Esu of Kwali similarly is second-class chief in the Kwali Area Council, and the Esu of Yaba assumes the role of a third-class chief in the Abaji Area Council. Now, during the presentation of appointment of letters to the new chiefs, Beatrice Lawrence Garki, the mandate secretary of FCT Area Council Services Secretariat, conveyed the minister's congratulations to the newly appointed traditional rulers. He assured the newly appointed chiefs to the FCT administration's collaboration to enhance the welfare of their subjects, urging them to endorse government policies and initiatives aimed at grassroots growth and development. Karu and Kwali and Yaba are among the 17 chiefdoms within the FCT. I am so eager to find out what the barrister has to say about this story. The Minister of the FCT appointing traditional rulers. What do you think about this?
Yes, thank you very much. Firstly, the traditional rulers are like an eye to government. And you know, we can agree that the government today cannot function properly, cannot discharge its functions, more especially when it has to do with the local people appropriately, without having this good relationship with the traditional institutions. And it is within the powers of the FCT minister to fill in positions, you know, in consultation with the local people, you know, on who sits on that throne. And I think before this appointment is made, the minister must have consulted the people. The traditional institutions there may have suggested names because, you know, traditional stools are not like political appointments. The traditional institutions have their own system of monitoring, evaluation, and also nominating anyone who is duly qualified. It comes by inheritance anyway. A certain family in every locality owns or inherits the traditional stool. So I believe before the minister did that appointment, there have been grassroots consultation, there have been this meeting of minds with the people before choosing the right people to fill up the position. So
now, do you think that the FCT minister is supposed to be involved in traditional rulers' appointments, especially in the FCT?
Yes, let's look at his role as the minister of the FCT. He is the chief admin officer as far as the FCT is concerned. Even in some occasions, the president have even recognized him as the landlord of Abuja. The president in one occasion referred to him as my landlord. That is to say, if you look at the constitution the way it is framed, the FCT, it's like the 37th state in the country, okay? Even though the constitution did not give it, you know, that status of a state in our constitution, but looking at its structure and location, the FCT has its own administration entirely different from what the states do, but they are in semblance. The FCT minister is like, he can be likened to be the governor of FCT. So almost same rules the state governors have in their various states is saddled on the minister. That's why you see the minister can, you know, issue out appointments and contracts He has the full powers under the law to decide who stays where.
Do you
as
think?
far as the FCT
Do you
is
think
concerned.
that should be so? Do you think political office holders should be involved in the traditional institution?
Yes, you know, on several occasions we have advocated that politicians shouldn't meddle in the choice of who becomes a traditional ruler. Because by the time the politicians begin to meddle into traditional affairs, there will be conflict with the people.
Now, speaking about meddling, do you not think that the FCT minister is meddling?
Well, in this case, I wouldn't subscribe to the fact that the FCT minister has meddled in the choice of who becomes who, because the governors in their various domains do, like in a few days ago, we had a situation where a governor suspended, a Cross River governor suspended two traditional rulers. Okay, so the Constitution gives them very large powers to do some of these things. So we wouldn't just say the minister meddled. It is about the framework of the law. Good thing, the country is clamoring for review of the Constitution. So these are areas we feel that the legislators need to review in our Constitution so that we will have this hitch-free ascension of throne to political stools.
Okay, you also mentioned, while you were making a case against that particular law, you made mention of the people or the politicians. There could be conflict with the people, in your words. What kind of conflict do you think could arise from this?
Yes, the reason, in my own opinion, while I think the politicians shouldn't be involved in the choice of traditional leaders is because, you know, knowing what our claim is, they would want to influence their own supporter to sit in such throne. It has happened here in Rivers State. It has happened in so many states in Nigeria, okay, where you see the governor wanting his own stooge to be a traditional ruler of a particular locality, all in the interest of politics. You know, so the reason I think politicians meddling into the affairs of traditional institutions will cause conflict in the various localities is this. If I am a governor and I chose my supporter to sit on a particular stool which is not meant for him or her family, then it becomes questionable. You see, the people will rise against such choice. It has happened, and we advise that the politicians should stay away from traditional stools, because the traditional institutions have a way of choosing who sits on the throne. So this is my opinion.